Good morning, it's Barbara. Thank you for joining me for coffee. It is maybe not raining, but very dreary and damp outside, so I'll be in once again. This is getting a little monotonous. Good morning, it's Barbara. Thank you for joining me for coffee. I got my coffee in my to-go cup because I made we have our coffee and tea in bed every morning, almost every morning when we can. And my coffee always gets cold and runs out before I'm ready to get out of bed. So I made myself 2 cups and put it in my travel today. So it's still very warm and it's not gone. So thank you for joining me for coffee. It does keep my coffee very warm. Anyway, good morning. So I'm going to use my Mary Kay because I feel like having something creamy. Sometimes those stay all day. Lipsticks feel like they dry out my lips and I end up, I'm a bit of a lip biter, so that's not good. So I'm going to have a creamy lipstick today. I have an intention of not going anywhere today. We'll see how that works out, but except for walking the dogs, of course. That's not going anywhere. That doesn't count. Dennis will be going to visit Aura. My 2 main things I'm going to do today are make more crackers, because we seem to keep eating them. And I have citrus to peel. I've got limes, lemons, and oranges. So I'm going to make lemon juice with the lemons for my cocktails. And I ran out of lemon juice the other night, and but we had lime juice. And so I made myself a margarita, which turned out absolutely delicious. But in the process of having my margarita, I used up all my homemade Cointreau, which is an orange liqueur. But it was delicious. And so I thought, and then it's like, we should make more lime juice. I'm like, okay, so I bought limes. I don't know. I guess I'm going to peel them. He might peel them. I'll peel them and he can make the juice, because lime juice takes more than just citric acid. So I'll let him worry about that.
You drank most of that lime.
I bought those limes because you told me to. So he's standing here arguing that I should have to make the lime juice too. I don't know if you can hear him over there. Anyway, whatever. So the oranges are for the new Cointreau. I have to look up the recipe, but and lemon juice and lime juice. So those are my 2 projects today: fruit peeling and crackers. That's what I'm going to do. The other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to make a list. I am feeling surprisingly okay. Normally in the past year, having 4 days of bad weather would put me in a bit of a funk. I am not feeling funky, and I'm very happy about that. I'm sleeping okay, not great, but I'm just not feeling funky. I feel like I'm, in an okay place, and I have corners of my house that are starting to bug me. For example, I have a laundry basket in the floor of my closet. My closet floor is not very big, so I can't actually walk into my closet. It's, in theory, a walk-in closet. It's very small. So with the basket on the floor, you can't walk in it. Between my shoes and this basket, I can't really get into my closet. So I pulled the basket out because I was looking for something. Maybe a particular pair of shoes. I don't remember now. And it's kind of halfway in the hall. And that basket has been in my closet for a very long time. We're talking years. So whatever is in that basket doesn't fit me, or I don't want to wear it, or it doesn't even belong in a closet. So that's the kind of thing. I'm going to put empty closet basket on this list. I have 2 piles of stuff in my front hallway, piled on a chair that's waiting for Dennis to finish his office and to go into his office, and a side table. And those things have been piled, in theory, with stuff to go upstairs, all stuff, my stuff to go upstairs, to be piled in my craft room. And it's been there for months. So I am starting to be tired of the little corners of junk. I mean, there are parts of my house you would walk in and think we're hoarders. That's how, not straight they are. I'm talking about the dining room and environs. So, and here, like this. This is my parents' paperwork. I don't think that I have anything soon that's going to need this paperwork. So I need to figure out that paperwork belong. The problem is between my parents and Aura's stuff, our house, which already felt like we didn't have, a good place for everything. Suddenly we have more things that don't have a place. Not suddenly. Over the last year, Aura's stuff came 2.5 years ago. And they don't have a place. So it's starting to bug me. And I feel like that's a good thing, because I'm starting to feel like I want to solve some of this. And that feels good, because that's very not like me lately. It's a little bit like when the living room starts to get too messy, it weighs on me, and it's not good. And so as soon as we clean the living room up or vacuum or something really positive in the living room, it helps. But I am not feeling funky. I'm just feeling, I hate to use the word energetic because that's a big stretch for me. But I'm to the point where I want to make some lists. So the first thing on my list is going to be closet laundry basket. We just have sort of happenstance areas, like upstairs at the top of our steps. We moved the dresser that was in Aura's room out of her room to give us more floor space. We thought she was going to need a bedside commode, things like that. And so the hallway is very crowded now. And in fact, that's something that we can do, is put her room back in order. And
After we fix the ceiling.
after we have some work to do in her room. Once we've done that, we're going to move that back. But meanwhile, it's sitting at the top of the steps, and it's collecting piles of stuff. I mean, we had a load of random towel-y things that I didn't feel like folding one day, and they, our closet's full. And so I just moved it off my bed and put it out in the hall on top of that dresser. And when Pete and Terry came, Terry folded it because she's lovely like that. So we have a pile of folded stuff on this dresser for 2 months now. That's the kind of thing. I just, and if I just do one of those things a day, it would be the tiniest little effort, and it would make a big difference. I'm going to put top of dresser. I don't know what that means. I'll say at top of steps. So anyway, I'm going to, these are, that will take me 5 minutes once I figure out where the heck I'm going to put those towel-y things. 5 minutes. And I have lots of little areas around here. I felt so much better the other week when we got the shredder out and I shredded that box of stuff that was sitting in this area, the food, it's not the dining room because we actually have a dining room, but, the breakfast nook. So that's my plan today. I'm going to peel citrus, I'm going to make crackers, and I'm going to make a list, which already has 2 things on it. So, and I'm putting clear foyer. I forget how to spell foyer.
Foyer.
Dennis is my speller guy. So anyway, so that's what I'm going to do. I want to talk 2 minutes about my sweater. I did not work on it last night. Last night was like a throwaway night for me. I have no idea why. But this is my Daft Days cardigan. And the other night I was knitting on it. I worked on this in my on our Zoom call. And I kept saying I was doing the right side. I wasn't. I was doing the left side. And this is the neckline. But I realized I don't know if I can move this a little bit. I realized when I was knitting, this is to go around the neck like this. It's a cardigan, right? So, hold on. Dennis is making his creme brulee. So this is the front, and it, you know, but I realized that this is not long enough because it's going to have a inch and a half or an inch at least of ribbing, and it only comes to here. I'm like, I don't understand what went wrong. And so you measure it from here, which is where the front, this is the underarm here, and where the front starts go up. And I measured it from there, and it's exactly the measurement, but I must have not started my decreases soon enough because the distance from here to here is not enough. So I have decided, and you can see I'm in the same place almost. You can see by the colors that I'm above that now. So here's where the right side ended. Here's the left side that I'm doing. I've already done an extra 2 sets of color. So the result of that will be that the front will be lower like this, which is more reasonable considering it's going to have a rib. But the other result is it's going to be a little deeper in the armhole. But I'm okay with that. This is a boxy style. And these sleeves, you know, if they're a little bit looser here, I'm okay with that. I might have to decrease a little faster as I go down to the wrist because I'm like Leslie, I don't like a really floppy sleeve around my wrist. Not that it has to be tight, but I want to be able to push my sleeve up to 3/4. I always do that, and I want it to stay. So those floppy sleeves around the wrist don't work for me. So anyway, that's what I discovered. So this is where I ended my one side, and I'm gonna go, I think at least an inch and a half. So I'll probably do the beige next, and then I'll go back and very easily pick up where I left off over here and do the same thing on this side. And then I'll just have to be very cognizant of where my back has to end so that we meet at the top of my shoulder. So that's the news on my sweater. But I just realized that it was just, I'm already marginal, to be honest, marginal on how I feel about how high this goes. So my where I was before was going to be way too high. So, and I can see, so I'm going to have a left back and a right back, and probably go a little higher, 1 or 2 more stripes in the middle of the back, and then make sure that I match up very well. But I just have to lay a flat on the table and make sure that it looks good. So that's what's happening with that. I will be working on that today too, maybe, depending on how I feel. If I don't throw away all my time, but I'm going to be busy on my fruit. I have fruit. So that's what's happening with me. I'm making a list. I'm peeling fruit. and walk the dogs. Yeah. But so I am feeling surprisingly okay in my emotions and mentally, considering it's been dreary for days. And Dennis says we aren't going to get a nice day till maybe Thursday or Friday. So, but I do at least have the energy to make a list. And the other thing that I did this morning that I haven't done in ages is think about digging up the piano, learn to play the piano book I bought. Because we have a piano now. And I've always wanted to be able to play the piano. So you never know. I don't know. I don't know where all these thoughts are coming from, but it feels good to feel okay even when it's dreary out. Did I tell you I told Dennis I don't think the Christmas decorations are going to come down, and he's okay with that? I don't remember if I told you that or if I said it on Zoom. Anyway, so that's that for today. I'm going to continue with my list. I'm going to peel some fruit, and I'm going to make some Cointreau and make some lemon juice, and Dennis and I will make lime juice together. And of course, he helps me with my lemon juice too, so we'll do both together. And then we'll see what happens. So there you go. Meanwhile, please take good care of yourselves. Please, please, please. Stay safe and stay sane.